Wicker Tree, Noel, go.
Alright, I'm going to have to, I'm going to refer to my tweet that I just tweeted because I think I pretty much got it there. Come on, slow ass Blackberry. Alright, fuck it. My tweet was basically enjoyable as a Wayans Brothers version of The Wicker Man.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed it and I laughed my way through it, but it's absolutely ridiculous. And it didn't help that the lead girl in it reminded me of Anna Faris a little bit, because it really did feel like I was watching a Wayans Brothers remake of the Wicker Man. So I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was funny. It was stupid. It was clumsy and clunky, but I kind of enjoyed it. But I enjoyed the Wicker Man remake for the same reasons. So there you go. Like, I can't imagine for a second, as I was just saying, I can't imagine for a second that Robin Hardy guy knew that he was making a comedy. It turns out he made a comedy, and I think it was very telling that before the screening he said,
"You can laugh.
It's okay to laugh."
Yeah.
And I know he was protecting himself probably, but it's a good job that he said that, otherwise this could be a very embarrassing Q&A session that's going on as we speak. So yeah, I enjoyed it, but it's a fucking mess. So there you go.
Utter bollocks. Bad, very bad. Yeah, I mean it's unintentionally quite funny, and just some of the things that happen in that film, like there's some of the most pointless sex scenes of all time. The donkey head bit.
Yeah.
What? Even though there's a lot of that. I liked that it was another film like Doomsday that seeks to portray Scotland as a completely godless hellhole where pagans rule all, or whatever.
I think Jordan enjoyed it, but I think that's because that's a little bit like where Jordan lives. I think that's basically what you saw today was a little bit of Jordan's day-to-day life.
Yeah. And actually, I was about to. I won't. Yeah, I mean, to say that the remake of The Wicker Man is a better film than The Wicker Tree sounds ridiculous, but it's also true. It is. It wasn't boring. I mean, I'll say that. I've seen a lot of films this weekend so far that have been just boring.
Yeah.
And that wasn't. But it's not boring for the wrong reasons, really. The lead guy in it is fucking terrible, and he seems to base his entire performance around the fact that he's wearing a hat.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, the girl's not much better either. Graham McTavish is the kind of mysterious Lord Summerall of this film. I thought had his moments, and Clive Russell as the butler.
Yeah. He was in a different film to everybody else, wasn't he?
I have come, miss, with your hot milk. Staggering, absolutely staggering. But avoid, I would say, but with a few drinks it could be pretty fucking funny, I suppose. But yeah, and I felt bad for Robin Hardy as well, because I mean he was there and it looks like he's getting on in the years, and it's a shame, but he made a bad film.
Yeah.
There we go.
And opinions?
It works as a comedy, but you're waiting for the tone to shift, and it doesn't happen, and suddenly...
That's a really good point, yeah.
Suddenly, spoiler, she sets him on fire, and the movie kind of fizzles out and ends. And it's just boring. I did fall asleep during it.
I mean,
so I might have missed something interesting. I doubt it, but...
I know, I mean, so yeah, spoilers for the Wicker Tree. But, like, it seems like she's going to be the new queen or whatever, and then the bizarre kid goes walking with her and suddenly they're all there in the woods.
Yeah.
It literally felt like they'd come up with that in 10 minutes and then just thought, fuck it, let's film.
I think a problem is that if this is a sequel to The Wicker Man, the one thing you need is a kick in the balls ending.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for a kick in the balls ending, and the actual fire sequence wasn't a kick in the balls, and then it all just kind of fizzled out into nothing. And there was a Roald Dahl Tales of the Unexpected moment at the end involving her and her like sat on a throne, but it wasn't a kick in the balls. So
yeah. Oh shit! You finished speaking now.
Yeah, I have. We're about to run out of battery.
And a pointless cameo by Christopher Lee.
Sorry, dude.
Pointless cameo by Christopher Lee, just for the sake of having him in the movie.
Yeah. That was a marketing thing. That clearly.
And
it was like
the main
a favour almost.
The Lord Summerall style guy, his wife was another pointless character, and she did nothing in the whole movie. You kind of expected her to.
She threw a cat in a bin.
Yeah, that was funny.
That raised a big laugh.
You expected her to seduce the cowboy. That's from the moment she comes on the screen, you think, yeah, that's what she's going to do. She sits down next to him, takes the hat. But
I think the one thing that I'd complain about actually is if it's supposedly this kind of weird inbred sort of place where everybody's kind of doing this weird. There was no like. Even from the older female characters, I was expecting a little bit more rampant sort of sexual energy and urgency about like a young buck in the town that could potentially impregnate one of them. And there was none. They tried to do that, but it didn't really come over as like dirty and rampant and wrong and incestuous almost. It just came across as
nearly a Carry-On movie.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So yeah, the tone was a problem. I like it. It was funny, but it just. Robin Hardy beforehand was basically saying, you know, it's got elements of comedy and elements of this, blah blah blah. But
yeah, his comment, it's okay to laugh, is the telling point of it.
Yeah.
He's obviously had a bad reaction in the States when he screened this, and people didn't know what to make of it. Like people probably didn't know what to make of it now.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah.
There we go.
What can you say?
Fucking right.